Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Taken Podcast. I'm here with Table Salt, Tastic, and Ritual. And our first topic of the day is that I don't know if it's been proven. I would say allegedly, Elon Musk has been cutting the pay of people on Twitter so that he could pay MrBeast for his video. Because MrBeast said that he was going to share how much money he made from the video with his audience. A lot of the people in the comments of the post where he said he made $250,000 from like 139 million views or something, a lot of the people in the replies to that said that their pay was cut by a lot because of it. I kind of said that I think that's what was going to happen, and I have this Twitter account that I'm not following anyone on, and on the Twitter account I was looking at the home feed. I got recommended MrBeast video like 3 separate times. So it is definitely like, I don't know if Elon Musk isn't like botting the views or anything on it, allegedly, but it does appear that he is artificially increasing it, as I stated he might be. He's just doing it because he thinks it's going to give Twitter a better rep, which it's not.
I mean, if he does that, it'll give it a worth rep.
It's because like most of the people aren't going to know that, the views aren't actually legit. And, MrBeast excused that by saying, he said, I think that people, like advertisers, were buying ads on the video because they knew that it was getting popular on Twitter. So, Elon Musk is very sketchy here because, he reposted the thing when he posted on Twitter. Elon Musk reposted the MrBeast video. And recently, MrBeast posted his next video on Twitter, which was Train versus Giant Pit. And I've already seen that get recommended to my account with, not following anyone. If MrBeast keeps posting his videos, hopefully that'll stop happening. Even as much as I don't like Twitter, I still think it's stupid and it's unfair. We have a good bit of topics to go over, so that's that. We'll wrap that up there. My last podcast was about Vivziepop getting hate, and I did get a lot of comments on that one. And now that the episode that was in question is finally out, I will say my opinion on it. I do think that the topic was handled very well. I don't know, it's like one of the comments said that it wasn't handled well, and I honestly, I don't know. I think it was handled well. It didn't sugarcoat anything, and that's good. You shouldn't sugarcoat anything when talking about such a serious topic. It was disturbing to watch, and it was supposed to be disturbing to watch. And I feel like the episodes have just been getting better from season 4 on. Or, not season, I mean episode 4 on. Which is super cool to see because, now the episodes are at a very good standard. So, I feel like, when they first came in, they couldn't find their footing. But I feel like they found it now, and the episodes are getting much better. Like, they introduced Lucifer in episode 5, and he has a really cool story behind him. This is something that I saw recently. You guys know ROBLOX Frontlines, right?
Yeah.
It's that Call of Duty game the Call of Duty game on Roblox. It's like a super high quality, and it's probably like, the most high quality shooter on all of Roblox. Even to the point where Roblox funded them $50,000 to keep working on the game. Because it's kind of like a showcase of what the Roblox engine can do.
I didn't even know they did that.
But yeah, here's the thing. They funded him $50,000 to work on future updates. With that $50,000, he put it into a different game and underpaid people who were working on Frontlines. He also took all the credit for the game to himself, even though he didn't even do that much, like the main guy. The group that owns Frontlines is called Maximilian. And that's, that's the guy that's taking all the credit and everything, even kicking people off the team and stuff. So, I hope Roblox does something about that.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. What the hell?
Yeah, and there's like this other game. I forget what it's called. But it's like, I don't remember the name. But there's this other like super good, high quality FPS shooter without, a shitty creator. I don't think so. I hope that game overtakes it, and I hope Frontlines, something happens to it. Like maybe they transfer ownership or something. He did. This is speculative, but since Roblox gave him a sum of $50,000, you'd think he'd have to sign like a contract or something for that. And if he did, then that means he's breaching contract because he put most of that money into like this racing game or something he's working on and not into Frontlines like he was supposed to. So, that's potentially illegal and breach of contract, which he could get sued for. And if it is, then I hope he gets sued. The reason why all this came out was because one of the main people who worked a lot on Frontlines, they made like a call out post on Twitter. Oh, okay, no, the game is called Riotfall, like the alternative to Frontlines. And from what I've seen, Riotfall is like the same quality as Frontlines, if not better. I think I will look more into that actually soon, because I am interested in it. But on a better note, Palworld is a game that released recently, since it released in the time from now until my last episode. So Palworld does seem to be getting a lot of hate on Twitter because of, I don't know, it's just people who spring to try to find a reason to hate something popular. You know, the game got so popular so quickly, and a lot of people say it's like out of nowhere, but there was like, you know, this game has been building up for its release for like 4 years now. So they already had a good bit of dedicated fans that started playing the game when it released, and then I guess through word of mouth, it just spread a lot because it is just like a really well-crafted game. Now the game has a peak in the last 24 hours, or in the last like 2 days of 2.1 million, I'm pretty sure. And that's, you know, second ever peak of all of Steam, which will be beaten by, you know, Grand Theft Auto 6. You know, it's kind of just like a timer. It's just like a countdown until like the new record for most concurrent players releases. Yeah, so people on Twitter, they came up with a lie that Palworld has AI art in it, or they used AI art for the designs of the pals. That isn't really the main argument anymore, but because there's no evidence other than the creator made a game called AI Art Imposter, which was like this like weird Gartic phone game or something. I don't know the whole premise. I didn't really look into it, but it was like a one-off little AI game. And then also the creator posted about AI making different kinds of Pokemon. That was like fed a ton of Pokemon designs. None of those designs were actually in Palworld. It was just like a one-off tweet that he made a while back. That controversy died down after there was no evidence that it was using AI art, because, I mean, the people making up this stuff are literally just liars. And then the main argument became that Palworld is plagiarizing stuff from Pokemon, which, you know, their evidence is a spiral tail looks like it has a similar model to another spiral tail. You know, it's obviously not standing very well. It's not in very good faith. You know, this still has a lot of controversy. People are saying, you know, the game might be botting because of how popular it got so fast. But honestly, I think, I don't know, you know, why people are so quick to hate on Palworld. I think that it is one of the most high quality games that we've had in recent years. You know, it doesn't have many bugs. The way that progression is implemented, it's very good. Like, I've played 34 hours of it so far. And, you know, I'm still excited to explore different parts of the map and catch different things, level up. So, you know, no other game really does that for me, where, you know, I'm that excited that far into the game. It's even still in early access. Like, they just released it because it was a playable game, and they've said they want to keep working on it. But they've made, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars from the game so far. It's on Xbox Game Pass. I think, I don't know, I don't remember, I saw a post saying it got removed from Xbox Game Pass, but I don't know how true that is. Maybe because they figured they would get more money if it wasn't on Game Pass. Also, there was like a controversy with Asmongold recently, like a day ago or something, where he said that he doesn't care about AI art in games as long as the game is fun, which is just a really bad take, and Twitter shit on him for that, obviously. It's not even really worth mentioning because it's just like, you know, just him being stupid as always. He's Asmongold. Reaction YouTuber, who would have guessed? I don't understand how Asmongold still has publicity, how he still has an audience. He just steals stuff and doesn't really add too much. He just like talks, yaps for like 20 minutes every reaction. Yeah. He made a tweet saying that his dream is that one day he will, like, if somebody wants to go watch a video, they can just go watch Asmongold's reaction to it instead of the actual video. That's literally what he said. There was a new FNAF game that got leaked recently called it's the End of the Pit FNAF game, which, I mean, I'm sure you've all heard of already. It looks really good. It follows a new art style and makes a game, you know, it's a new actual indie FNAF game. I feel like, you know, that'll bring back a lot of the audience that missed back when FNAF was an indie game. And it looks, you know, super unique. It looks kind of good, kind of scary. I have a couple shorts planned about it already. I will be playing that when it releases. It looks good. And it'll be a 10th anniversary FNAF game. So I don't know how I don't know like if it's going to be canon or what, because, you know, it is a FNAF game based on a book. You know, a lot of people like to say, you know, the books aren't canon, but, you know, if this proves that they are, then that's going to be awesome. Because I've always been on the side of the books are canon. Even, like, you know, they're not completely canon, of course, but I've always been on that side. But yeah, there's a lot of super cool aspects of it. I have been rereading the graphic novels recently, and they are really good. I really like the FNAF graphic novels. They're super cool. And I have a newfound appreciation for Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Back a while ago, I used to think FNAF 1 was just kind of like a boring game. It's just, I don't know. It's not really, there's not that much content in it. And I feel like, I for a while, I felt like it was overrated. But now when I look back at it, I think it was a well-made game. It looks cool. It performs well. It's really good, especially for being like an indie game. And it's good that it took off the way it did. And I mean, you know, of course that's obvious, but what I was saying before was that it was just like, you know, it's not a very fun game, not too much content in it, which I guess is kind of true, but I like the game for what it is. I like the story, direction they went with FNAF 1, that Scott went with. But something I don't like is how recently, in Help Wanted 2, they gave Roxanne Wolf a lore reason for having a different mask than she did in Security Breach. Like, because she had a different, I don't know, she had like a different endoskeleton in FNAF Ruin compared to FNAF Security Breach. And they gave an actual lore reason for that in Help Wanted 2, which was Cassie's dad put the mask on her to repair her. It further proves that, you know, they're just adding different kinds of lore to the game that isn't really too important. It's not important to the main story at all, and it just starts arguments. I said that, you know, it's just a redesign, there's no lore behind it, and then they added lore behind it for no reason. And, you know, there's something kind of tied to that, where since Cassie's dad repaired Roxanne Wolf, then that means that Cassie's dad was in charge of repairing the animatronics between Security Breach and Ruin. Then Cassie's dad would have also, since, you know, Monty in Ruin is way more broken than he was in Security Breach. That's kind of like, because Cassie's dad was in charge of repairing him, Cassie's dad doesn't like Monty because, you know, presumably Monty killed Bonnie, which is, like, honestly pretty much canon at this point, even though a lot of people don't want to believe it. There's just a lot of evidence to prove that is what happened. So I like that aspect of it, but the rest of it is just, I feel like there could have been a better way to go about that, because there was, you know, no reason to have lore behind the Roxanne Wolf new mask, but they gave lore to it because, you know, I feel like Steel Wool thinks every little bit of the FNAF games has to be explained, and they still are so secretive with it. It's just like, I don't know, the FNAF lore is in a very weird direction right now. I recently switched to Windows 10 for a little while from Windows 11, and I'm already back on Windows 11 because Windows 10, it's not bad. There's a lot of aspects of Windows 10 that I do like. Like when you, for instance, this is kind of like a small thing, but when you click on, or when you right click on the sound icon in the corner of Windows 10, you have tons of options. Like, I think there's like, there's the sounds thing where you can configure, you know, your
volume mixer.
Yeah, volume mixer. That's a big one. You know, volume mixer isn't on Windows 11 when you right click. And I think that's really stupid because I used to use volume mixer a lot.
But now it's in like some dumb like UI thing, like in the actual settings. I don't like it that much.
Yeah, so the volume mixer I use now is if you hold Windows press G, you get the Xbox game bar open, and they have like a little volume mixer in that. And I just think that's super annoying to use because I don't like Xbox game bar. Yeah, I don't like Xbox game bar. It's just kind of annoying to use. Even if it's more complicated to use volume mixer in the corner by right clicking down there, I still like it better. I really only use the volume mixer whenever I'm playing like a, you know, small indie game or something on itch.io and the game is too loud. Because at that point, it doesn't really matter if you alt tab out of the game at the beginning of it, because, you know, it's not like you're in the game and you're going to do it immediately as soon as you launch the game anyway. And a lot of those games don't even have controls for volume like in the settings. So I prefer the old volume mixer. I think there is a way to get the old volume mixer on Windows 11, but I don't know. I haven't looked at that. I have also debloated my Windows 11. And this was like a little thing I had where I, hardware reset my laptop recently. It's just been a long time since I reset it. So I reset it and I lost my drivers for like a day. I didn't have drivers on my computer, so I couldn't connect to the internet or anything. But, I found them myself, even though this little nerd, this little geek on the phone, he told me that I needed to go to Best Buy to get my PC repaired. And I was going to do that. But, I thought, I'll just Google my exact computer model. So I did that, and whoop-de-doo, there's my drivers right there. So I, got my drivers there and installed them on my computer from like a USB stick. I don't know why he didn't tell me about that. Feels kind of like, I don't know, greedy. It's like, you must come to Best Buy and pay us to repair your computer.
You must come to Best Buy and give us all your money.
To be fair to him though, it was 6 a.m. when I called him. So, it was very, very early in the morning. Okay. Maybe he just didn't want to deal with that. I prefer Windows 11, just because I've been using it for so long, and, having tabs on Notepad is important to me. Even though it doesn't seem like much to other people, I use it a lot as, like, somebody who scripts. I use Notepad a lot for stuff. And then also having tabs on File Explorer just makes everything way easier. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that Windows 11 does way better than Windows 10. Even though there's some small aspects of Windows 10 that I like better. I feel like Windows 11 is slightly better than Windows 10 for, the reasons I use it. And I'm pretty sure it's better for performance as well. I am glad that I reset my computer and installed the drivers. Again, even though I lost like a day of my time, at the end of the day, my computer runs way better now and I have more storage because, the reason I didn't have my drivers was because I deleted a partition on my drive that contained my drivers. That you're not supposed to delete when you reset your PC. I didn't make the partition again, but I installed my drivers again. Since I have them on a USB stick now, I don't really gotta worry about deleting the partition again, because I can just reinstall them through the USB stick. And now I have more storage. I don't know, there was something in that partition or something that took up a lot of storage, or maybe they just gave that partition a lot of storage for my drivers or something. I don't know. But now I have a lot more storage on my computer than I did before. Now my PC runs better, so, win-win. So I've been thinking about starting streaming again, because I think there'd be some fun streams I could do. Granny Remake is a game that I want to stream a little bit. And also, just other stuff. I don't want to stream new stuff, really. And I don't want to stream Roblox, but I do want to stream. So I'm thinking, if I stream on Twitch, then I won't really have to worry about all my little Grimace Shake kids in my stream. Don't worry, I can say that. They don't watch my podcasts. And man, it's just so disappointing, man. I just every time I start streaming, it's I'm not even joking, man.
What do you think about Skibidi Toilet?
My last stream a month ago, before I started the stream, one of the people in my chat told me to play the Grimace Shake game. I don't hate them for that reason. It's just not the kind of stuff I want to stream. I just want to stream my own stuff because, after streaming Roblox over and over again, it got super old.
You should try a bunch of new games that you've never played before.
Yeah, here's something else. So, Alyssa, she wants to edit for me. She wants to do editing stuff for me, just for experience. So I was thinking, Tassie, you remember how I used to do Resident Evil with you?
Yeah.
I was thinking that I'm going to continue that Resident Evil series, and then I'm going to play through Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 4, and just go through, the whole thing again, and upload that onto my other channel, the Karma channel, since I don't upload anything on there. I was thinking I'd continue the series on there. Alyssa would edit it.
I mean, you've been editing for who knows how long,
not
almost
that long.
5 years or so, no?
I'm almost 17 now, so yeah, I guess almost 5 years. So I guess that is quite a bit of time.
Because you started doing, Among Us? When was that, really early 2020?
No. I started editing before then. I started editing, my first video I edited was a Super Mario 64 video.
When was that?
I don't remember exactly when it was, but, it was
25
on my
years
old
ago.
channel that I deleted, so. When I first started my Karma channel, I was already editing videos and putting them on there. That was the Minecraft stuff I used to do. But yeah, I think that's, enough for this podcast. Our game's bugged now. We're stuck on this. Yeah, it's bugged. GG.